Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another unit overview for the Revamp Expansion Mod for Supreme Commander 2. Today we're taking a look at Tier 1 land units for the Illuminate faction. As always, the research tree is completely unlocked, and also to note that I will not be, again, taking a look at build times when it comes to adjacencies. They will not be included because of the variables to consider. And also, finally, this is, as of this recording, we're still in version beta 1.0, so all values and statistics shown here today are subject to change in the future. Alright, without further ado, let's hit that resume game button here. And starting off the roster of 3, we have the Hog Assault Bot, coming in 3rd place for its health pool of 109 points, tied first for a health regen of 27 points, 1st place for a land DPS of 33 points, and the only anti-air DPS of 2 points. Cool. Next up, the Fistouche. I'm going to be calling it Fistouche as if it's 2 words. Jeez. Sounds like a Lebanese food, and I should know. Alright, moving on. Coming in 1st place for its health pool of 233 points, tied first as well with a health regen of 27 points, and a 2nd place for land DPS of 24 points. And rounding off the roster, we have the Oran Light Tank coming in 3rd place for a health pool of 217 points, tied with the other 2 with a health regen of 27 points, and coming in 3rd place for a land DPS of 20 points. Moving on to section 2, we have the marvelous build times. We're going to starting off from left to right. Hog Assault Bot coming in 1st place for a build time of 7 seconds for Tier 1, 4 seconds for Tier 2, and 2 seconds for Tier 3. Very good stuff. Next up, Fistouche Mobile Missile Launcher coming in 2nd place for a build time of 9 seconds for Tier 1, 5 seconds for Tier 2, and 3 seconds for Tier 3. And finally, the Oran Light Tank coming with 13-second build time for Tier 1, 7-second build time for Tier 2, and 4 seconds for Tier 3, coming in 3rd place all round. Oof, that's painful. A little bit painful. Moving on to section 3, we have Maneuverability. This comes in 2 parts, both movement speed and turn rates. Obviously, turn rates aren't as important. They are slightly important. But here we go. So, no doubt you will have already seen, coming in 1st place, we have the Hog Assault Bot. In 2nd place for movement speed, we have the Oran Light Tank. And coming in 3rd place, the Fistouche Mobile Missile Launcher. Moving on to turn rates. This was a very hard one for me, guys. I spent about 2 minutes staring at this screen watching these guys turn. That's some exciting footage right there. But as far as I can tell, they have equal turn rates, or extremely similar to the point where it really doesn't matter. So they all hit the score of 1st place for their turn rates. Also to note that all of the Tier 1 land units benefit from the teleport upgrade, which is found later on in the land tech tree. And the power that does cost power and is cumulative. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What I mean by that is, a single unit costs 30 power, as you can see here, and that is multiplied by the number of units selected when you go to teleport. Just something to note in case you're low on power, which really is not going to happen. It's 90 power, goddammit. Okay, calm down. Moving on to the final section today. I shouldn't say final, there's one after that. The 4th section today, we're going to be taking a look at fire range and arcs. So, as you can see here, coming in 3rd place, we have the Hog Assault Bot with a pretty small fire range. In 2nd place, we have the Oran Light Tank, almost double the range of the Hog. And coming in 1st place, no doubt, as you can see here, the Fistouche Mobile Missile Launcher, very far attack range, longest range of all the Tier 1 land units across all factions. Because I do believe, I can't remember actually, this is the only faction for Tier 1 that has a mobile missile launcher, so very useful in terms of strategic play. Sniping those mass extractors, yeah! In terms of fire arcs, also unique to the Illuminate, all 3 the Tier 1 units shown here have a 360 degree arc of fire, so The Harvog's upper torso can pivot and face backwards, as does the turret on top of the Oran light tank, and well, the Festush doesn't really give a crap. It just fires any direction regardless of whichever way it's facing, so it's that awesome. Lastly, today we're going to be talking about all three of them in summary, and whether or not you should use them in specific circumstances. By far, the Hog Assault Bot is probably the most versatile of the three units for Tier 1 Illuminate land units. It's got the fastest movement speed. It's the only Tier 1 land unit that gets anti-air. Is the only anti-air capabilities for Tier 1 for that matter, but is only available into Tier 2 research for land, so do keep that in mind. It will be a bit of a hefty cost to get it. Other than that, it's got the highest DPS for land. The only thing that really brings it down is its health pool is really small, like 109 is tiny, but like all the other assault bots, they're all tiny, and its attack range isn't that great either. And I do believe that its air capabilities is also limited to its attack range shown on screen here, as you can see. So not a very decent range on that anti-air capability. The Festush mobile missile launcher. It's the only Tier 1 mobile missile launcher at this point in time, which is great. So you're going to want this in your army composition, and seeing as all the units can pretty much fire no matter what way they're facing, it's good to go back and forth kiting your opponent, especially with this having such a long range. It'd be good to take out outlying buildings without having to get too far into enemy territory. Nothing much else to say about that apart from it having highest, but not by much, health pool of 233 points. Across the board, the Illuminate's Tier 1 land don't have extremely high health, as we've seen the UEF have a tank with 400 DPS, that's a lot, 400 HP. So in that regard, they're not that strong in terms of health. And the Oran light tank. Now, really, looking back to the build times we discussed earlier in the video, there isn't much cause to build this unit. It's more cost effective and time effective to go for the assault bot. It costs less, takes less time to build. The only benefit you get out of building Oran, it has more HP than the assault bot, and it has double the range. That's the only benefit you get from building it at this point in time that I'm aware of. Other than that, unless you want to go over an ocean to attack your opponent early on without having to build any navy or air units, you can. That's the only other reason to get the Oran. And as you can also see here, the mobile missile launcher can also go over the ocean because they both use hover technology, so which makes the mobile missile launcher even that more awesome in the hands of a good Illuminate player. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comment section below. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe. I'll be pumping out these at most once a week. If you get more than one, 2 thumbs up for me, because I managed not to be lazy that week either. That's it. Oh, next video. Get to look forward. I'm going to check out an experimental. I'm not going to tell you which faction, and I'm not going to tell you what tier of experimental. You're just going to be surprised, okay? And I'm going to do 3 experimentals consecutively, and then we're going to jump back to the Tier 1 air units for the factions. So very, very exciting. Very, very exciting stuff, guys. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to wish you all a good night, because we all have to sleep sometime. Hold up. Let's get a good cameo of this this badass ACU. Hey. Yeah, you guys ever play Ark and you can make yourself shit in that game? Oops! A peace!